welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Iniome Onobaran. This is actually a continuation from my last episode. Now let's get started. So when I met with my rheumatologist, I forgot to add that of course, out of curiosity, you want to know, okay, what is this condition? What was the cause? What did I do wrong? And all of that. Is there a cure and all? Now, when I asked what was the cause of this condition, he said there is actually no known cause. So now you know there's actually no known cause for this condition, polymyositis. In fact, there is no known cause for idiopathic inflammatory myositis. And there is also no cure for it at the moment. Yes, there is no cure for it at the moment, but there is hope because it can actually be managed. I have it, but I'm in full remission with some certain life adjustments. You can go on to live a normal and free life, but there are interventory measures that have been put in place for it, such as physiotherapy, lifestyle adjustments, and all. I'll be talking about that in subsequent videos. But now, about still my story and my symptoms. This condition was actually waiting for me to get to the rheumatologist. He also told me that more symptoms might spring up. And like I said, this disease was actually waiting for me to get to the rheumatologist because it came in its full element, it came in full force. Before my next appointment, the condition had gotten really bad. I could no longer get out of bed. I could no longer get up from a lying position. I could no longer put on clothes or take off clothes. I could no longer carry my children. I could no longer do a whole lot of things. I could no longer walk properly. People had to hold me. I was almost bedridden. It was that bad. I could no longer drive. In fact, at that time, I could no longer climb the stairs. Like, literally, I could no longer climb the stairs. Actually got so bad that I had difficulty breathing. Any little trigger, I start to feel as if my words, I'm choking. Like, at that time, I wouldn't even have a conversation with you like this. Like, I would not even be able to talk for a minute straight. If I talk for a minute, I have to rest for like 3 to 5 minutes before I'll be able to get myself back. At that time, it was almost like my words were choking me. When I'm talking, I feel as if there is something blocking my nose from the inside. I, oh, God, the list is endless. The position I lie is the position I will remain, except someone comes to lift me up. It was really, really, really bad. At that point, I could no longer go to work. In fact, like, it was just endless. They just kept coming one after the other. At this time, in full force. So I reached out to my rheumatologist. I could no longer wait for test results to be out before I started treatment. So at that time, he placed me on steroids. Autoimmune diseases such as this, because the attack is on the muscles, this attack causes an inflammation in the muscles. So it makes the muscles like inflamed, and hence why I was feeling the heaviness the way I was feeling. So steroids are actually it's meant to subdue or compress an inflammation. It's just so unfortunate that it's being abused. But that was one of the reasons why it was invented in the first place. So they had placed me on steroids, and wow, I've heard a lot of side effects and a lot of negative reviews on steroids. But I mean, I needed to stay alive for my kids, for my family. So I went on it. In my next episode, I'll be talking about my experience with steroids. Now,